In this video, we'll be taking an in-depth look at some of the features of the LOOC Wi-Fi camera. Your camera should have already been installed before proceeding with this video. If you'd like to install your camera, please refer to our previous video which explains how to do so. Open the imou application. Once opened, you'll see a list of your current devices which have been added to your account. For this example, we're going to scroll straight down to the bottom and select the LOOC device. Once selected, you'll see the camera's live feed. You notice there's a deep gray menu bar. We're going to go through each feature. Starting from the left, you'll see the first icon looks like a pause button. If we select that, that will immediately pause the live feed. If we select back play, this will resume the live feed of the camera. Moving on, you'll see a square looking icon. By selecting this gives us the ability to add additional cameras to our current view. To add additional cameras, select the plus icon. Here you'll be able to add cameras from your account, where you'll be able to view all cameras from this window. The next icon says SD, which indicates the camera is currently streaming standard definition. To demonstrate the difference between standard and high definition, I'm going to put the camera in full screen mode. This can be done by selecting the furthest icon to the right of the gray bar. Now that we are viewing the camera in full screen, if we zoom into the number plate of the car, the image gets a bit blurry. To solve this problem, we switch the camera stream from SD to HD. This would give you a much cleaner picture quality. If we put back the camera in full screen mode and we zoom into the number plate, we can now be able to recognize the number plate without any issue. Next, you'd see a volume looking icon. By selecting this, you will be able to hear what's going on in the camera scene. You can also share this device with friends or family who you would like to have access to the camera. To do so, you will notice two icons to the top right hand corner of the screen. Select the first icon that looks like a little box with an arrow in it, and this will bring up the share menu. Select device share. Add user to share. Here you will need to enter the email address that the person used to create the imou account. They will need to register for a free imou account and provide you with their email address that they use for you to enter here. Once entered, select the save icon on the top right hand corner of the screen. Next, if we go back, if we take a look under the deep gray menu bar that we just reviewed, you'd see it says View History Record. Here you'd be able to access and play back previously recorded video. This camera features both local and cloud storage options. For local storage, you can place a memory card in the camera where you'll be able to save recorded video. If we select on the calendar date, here you'd be able to select the specific date that you'd like to play back the video footage from. This demo camera, however, does not have any memory card installed at the moment. If we select the cloud storage option, here you can purchase a cloud storage plan where your video footage would be saved off-site in the cloud. Moving on to the other icons at the bottom. Firstly, you'll see a camera looking icon. If you select this, be able to take a snapshot of what is currently going on in front of the camera. This snapshot will be saved on your phone's memory. Moving on, you'd see a microphone looking icon. By selecting this, you'll be able to speak through the camera. The camera has a built-in speaker, allowing you to speak through the camera, communicate with the other person at the end of the camera. Moving on, you'd see a video recorder looking icon. Similar to the camera icon, by selecting this, you'll be able to record video that is currently going on in front of the camera's view. This video will be stored in your phone's memory. The last two icons at the bottom activate two of the main features of this particular camera. If you select the bell-shaped icon, this activates the camera's built-in siren. This siren will act as a deterrent to scare away potential intruders. The next bulb-shaped icon, if you select this would activate the camera's built-in spotlight, which also would act as a deterrent for unwanted guests. Please note, the spotlight also is automatically activated once the camera is set on motion detection. Next, by clicking on the gear wheel icon located on the top right hand corner of the screen, here we access the camera settings menu. The first setting allows you to change the photo of the camera as well as to rename the camera if you wish to do so. It also gives you the option to change the camera's password here. Next up, we have the activity zone settings. So activity zones are zones when the camera is set on motion detection and something enters that particular parameter, the camera will send you an alert. So how it works, you clear the zone, and to create a zone you simply touch the screen and drag it across to this particular parameter that you would like to be notified if something happens, any motion is detected. Once you do that, click on create zone. So once the camera is set on motion detection and anything comes within that zone, you would be alerted via notification. Activity zones are particularly useful for gateways and entryways where you would like to receive notifications of where motion is detected. Next, we have alarm information. If you select this, be able to turn on motion detection as well as set the sensitivity for motion detection. Normally, I leave the sensitivity on default. However, you could adjust it for your particular scenario. To save your settings, select the tick icon on the top right hand corner of the screen. Next, we have the white light settings. By selecting this, you'll be able to adjust the brightness of the built-in spotlight of the camera. By default, it's set at max, and I usually leave it at max settings. Next up, we have the general record schedule. Here we could select the record type. You can choose either the mainstream or substream. The mainstream is the cleaner quality stream, so I normally select the mainstream. Here you could select the date and choose the time frame that you would like the camera to record from and the end time. Once selected, you could also repeat this to select for every day or whatever days that might be applicable to you. Once you create the schedule, save it, and the camera would record those particular date and time that you have set it to. Next, we have storage status, and here we have device storage, which is memory card. However, this camera does not have a memory card installed. We also have cloud storage. So if we select the cloud storage option, it says inactivated. If we select inactivated, here we'll be given option of the different cloud storage plans available. We have a 3-day cloud storage plan which retains the video footage for 3 days before deleting. That's $19.99 for the year, which is pretty reasonable. $199 per month. This is US prices, by the way. We also have 7 days and 30 days cloud storage plans available. Next, we have the customized video encryption setting. If we turn this on, if someone gains access to our phone that we have the camera app installed in, they will be prompted to enter additional password before they can view the camera footage. This is a pretty handy feature, and please do not mix up this with your camera password. This is 2 different passwords. Next, we have the time zone setting. By default, the camera automatically detects the correct time zone. However, if need be, you could always adjust the time zone setting from inside of this menu. Next, we have the rotate image setting. This setting is useful if you mount the camera upside down, depending on your scenario. By selecting this option, you'll be able to rotate the view of the camera, so you'll be able to see the view properly instead of seeing it upside down. Next, we have device indicator. By default, the camera has a little indicator light on it, which indicates that the camera is powered on. If you like to disable this light, you could turn it off by disabling this setting. And next, we have the device share, which you could use as I previously demonstrated from the other menu. We have the cloud upgrade, where you'll be able to upgrade the camera software if you need to. However, there's no updated version right now. Next, by Wi-Fi config. Here you can change the password and select a different router if you would like to change the router that the device is currently connected to a different Wi-Fi router. You could do that here. If we go back to the main menu screen, below the camera, you'd see there's a sub-menu. One says messages. Here you receive any kind of motion alerts with system information. You'd receive it here. The last icon that says me, here you have your personal account information. If we take a look at the local files menu, here the previous snapshots and video shots that we took while viewing the camera is stored here. And here you'd see there's one menu that says video, and to the right of that there's another icon which has the snapshot stored at that location. Here you can easily share these videos or pictures with someone by selecting the file, and you notice there's a share icon on the lower left corner of the screen where you can share it via WhatsApp, email, etc. If we come back at the camera's main menu, we look at the LOOC Wi-Fi camera, you notice something that looks like a little running man icon. This is the motion detection icon. Once you select that, you would activate motion detection on that camera. Once you deselect it, motion detection would be turned off. Once motion detection is activated, once the camera senses motion, it will automatically send you a notification alerting you. Also, if it is nighttime, the spotlight on the camera will be activated and turned on. Please note the spotlight is only activated at nighttime. Typical uses of motion detection would be at nighttime or at times when you are away from your home or business and would like to be alerted once motion is detected in the area of the camera. And that brings us to the end of this video. I hope that this information was useful and would like to thank you again for viewing.